So we were here, beta. An idea came into my head. Okay, I'm going to explain this thing first. An idea came into my head. Okay, my candle may suddenly go out and leave me in darkness. So he was having just one candle. Then one idea came to his mind. He thought that he should, light some more candles. Then I went to the mental piece. I showed you better mental piece yesterday. There's a fireplace area in the room. Okay, and above that area there are so many candles. Okay, in that room there were so many candles. So what did he do? He lighted all the wax candles that were on it. After that I cast another glance. Cast a glance means to look around. ठीक है. I cast another glance means again I looked around me without discovering anything. Again he could not discover anything. He checked all the things very nicely, carefully, but he could not find anything wrong there. Okay, so I advanced with short steps. Advanced means moved forward. So he was moving forward with short steps, very carefully, okay? Carefully examining the apartment. So he was checking the apartment very carefully. Nothing, I inspected every article one after another, but still nothing. So he could not find anything. Article means object. So he checked all the objects very carefully, but he could not find anything. I went over to the window, okay, and there are bit of window shutters also. Now you can underline this word. At the end of the lecture I'll just show you the all the pictures of these things. Okay, you can just underline it. I'll show you these things. So I have also marked, I'll show you window shutters also. There are curtains, kind of bit of things on the window. You might have seen somewhere that you have to pull the, that rope, and it just, opens and closes. So that is shutter. Okay, large wooden shutter. They were open. I shut them with great care. So he was thinking that I should close the window shutters also. Okay, so he shut them with great care and drew the curtains, and he covered the window with curtains. Enormous velvet curtain. Velvet is the stuff, it's a fabric. You might have, seen your mothers wearing velvet clothes, right? So enormous means very big. So curtains were enormous, they were huge in size. And I placed a chair in front of them. So safe side, what did he do? So he just placed one chair in front of the curtain so that not even a single ray of, sunlight or any light could enter the room. Okay, so as to have nothing to fear from without. So he was thinking that I should not be fearful, I should be careful rather. Okay, so this is the paragraph that we read yesterday. Now I'm moving forward. So I'm finding one student who has never gotten. Okay, Himang will read the next paragraph. Yes, Himang.
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning, Vijay. Yes, Vijay.
Then I cautiously sat down. The
Himang,
armchair
little bit,
was
Himang, little bit disturbance, beta, from your side. Is it possible to just sit in a silent place? Okay, I'll give you chance in just after 5 minutes. Okay, try to sit in the quiet place. So, okay, next one is Kirat Jot, to whom you are talking. I can see you. Okay, Hridaypreet. Hridaypreet, please read further. Himang, I'll come to you beta after this paragraph. Hriday, unmute beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Vijay. Now read beta. This is a long paragraph. You have to read till mattress. Mattress. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, please start beta.
Then I contiguously sat down. The armchair was solid. I did not venture to get into the bed. However, time was flying, and I ended my coming to the conclusion that I was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
If they were
Ridiculous.
ridiculous,
Hmm.
ridiculous. If they were spying on me, as I supposed they must, while waiting for the success of the joke, they had been preparing for me, have been laughing enormously at my
Enormous,
terror.
enormously. Yes.
Enormously at my terror. So I made up my mind to go to bed. But the bed was particularly suspicious looking. I pulled at the curtains. They seemed to be secure. All the same, there was danger. I was going perhaps to receive a cold shower bath from overhead, or perhaps the moment I stretched myself out to find myself sinking under the floor with my mattress.
Okay, that's it. So I'll explain this thing. And Hemang, after that you have to read it. I'll give you a chance just in a minute. First of all, I'll explain it. Then I cautiously means carefully. He carefully sat down. The armchair was solid. So armchair is but a normal chair on which you can rest your arms. Okay? There are arms also, and you can rest your arms on that chair. I did not venture to get into the bed. Venture means to take risk, so he did not take risk to get into the bed. Okay, he was thinking that there might be something wrong in the bed, okay, especially. However, time was flying and I ended by coming to the conclusion that I was ridiculous. So he was saying that it was already late at night and I was thinking that I was funny. Conclusion means to make final decision. So he finally decided that he was ridiculous. Ridiculous means kind of a funny man, okay. So if they were spying on me, as I supposed they must, while waiting for the success of the joke they had been preparing for me, have been laughing enormously at my terror. He's saying that if they have planned something, they might be laughing enormously at my terror. They might have seen me from the ski hole and they might have, laughed a lot because they could see that I was so afraid. Okay? He was so afraid that he thought that they might be laughing at him. So I made up my mind to go to bed. But what was the problem? The bed was particularly suspicious looking. He said that bed was there something that was, so suspicious. So he was having maximum doubt on the bed area. He was thinking that there might be something wrong on the bed. I pulled at the curtains, beta. So there are curtains on the bed also. Maybe you have that bed or you have just seen in some movie or some cartoon. So there is one bed, it has curtains also, okay, bed with the curtain. So he pulled at the curtains, they seemed to be secure. So curtains were all right. There was no problem in curtain. All the same there was danger I was going perhaps to receive. Now this is the question beta in your back exercise also, that what kind of guesses he made that his friends might play practical joke. So उसने क्या guess किया बेटा? I was going perhaps to receive a cold shower bath from overhead. First doubt उसका क्या था? That there might be a bucket of water over my head and when I'll just sit on the bed it will spill over my head. So first doubt was that he will get a shower bath from overhead. Second doubt uska kya hai, that the moment I stretched myself out to find myself sinking under the floor of my mattress. So he thought that they might have arranged a very weak bed for me. When I will sit on the bed, I will just fall down with my mattress. Mattress, I think you know that बेटा. Mattress जो गद्दा होता है जिसके हम ऊपर बैठते हैं, ठीक है? So he made two guesses. I'll ask you this question when we'll be doing back exercise. There is one question. I'll tell you the question number also. I think question number 3. They have asked us that what kind of practical jokes did the narrator think his friend would do. So the narrator thought that he would get a cold shower bath from overhead, and secondly he thought that when he would stretch out on the bed he would fall down. Okay, these were the two guesses he made. And I'll ask you this thing, I just repeat again and again. Okay, I'll ask you this thing. Now I'm moving to Hemang. After Hemang will read it, I'll ask you questions, so get ready, okay? So Hemang, please unmute Vita and complete this page.
I searched in my memory for all the practical jokes of which I ever had experience. and I did not want to be caught. No, certainly not. Then I suddenly thought of a precaution which I consider one of extreme efficiency. I caught hold of the side of the mattress gingerly and very slowly drew it towards me. It came away, followed by the sheet and the rest of the bedclothes. I dragged all these objects into the very middle of the room, facing the entrance door. I made my bed over again as best I could at some distance from the suspected bedstead and the corner which had filled me with such anxiety. Then I extinguished all the candles and groping my way, I slipped under the bedclothes.
Okay, Hemang, beta, you can repeat the word efficacy. Efficacy in blue color, beta.
Efficacy,
Okay, and the last word of the paragraph, anxiety. Anxiety, anxiety.
anxiety.
Yes, well done, beta. So I'm going to explain this thing, and everyone, please get ready. I'll ask you a question after this page, okay? And I'll ask you the, nice question, tricky question to check your knowledge whether you are listening to me or not. Okay? So as I searched in my memory, you can just better see the picture here. He just safe side. What did he do? He just pulled the mattress and the bed sheet on the floor, and he thought that I should, I should sleep on the floor only with the mattress and the bed sheet. And he just didn't want to sleep on the bed because he was thinking that there is problem in the bed. When he would sit on the bed, he would get the shower bath from his overhead, or secondly when he would sit on the bed it might fall. So he thought that safe side, what should I do? I should just pull the mattress on the floor and I will just sleep on the floor. Okay, he thought this plan. So I searched in my memory for all the practical jokes. So he was thinking that what kind of practical jokes, could be planned by the friends. So not certainly not. I suddenly thought of a precaution which I consider one of the extreme efficacy. Efficacy means to get the proper nice result, okay, desired result. So to get the nice result, what did he do? He thought that I should, pull the mattress from the bed and I should sleep in the middle of the room on the floor. Okay. It came away, followed by the sheet and rest of the bedclothes. I dragged. Dragged means pulled. So he pulled all the objects into the middle of the room facing the entrance door. Exactly in front of the entrance door, he just, he slept there, beta, on the floor. So, safe side, he did not want to sleep on the bed. He just slept on the floor, in the middle of the floor near the entrance door. I made my bed over again, best I could at some distance from the suspected bedstead. Bedstead, you can see in the picture again, there is one bed. This is called bedstead. The wooden part or the whole part is called bedstead. And the corner which had filled me with such anxiety. So he just wanted to stay away from that bed and corner because he was feeling anxiety. Anxiety क्या होता है बेटा? Nervousness. Okay, when you are so much nervous before exam sometime, or anything beta which makes you nervous. So I extinguished all the candles. So finally, what did he do? He just put out all the candles. उसने सारी candles को बुझा दिया. Fine. And groping my way and slowly he just went to the bed mattress and he just slept in the middle of the room. Now it's my turn to ask you some questions. So be honest to yourself and quickly just you can close your books. And one thing more, I won't give you even 1 minute to think about the answer. Just quickly give me the answer. Otherwise, I'll give chance to another student. So first one is Raymond, you are on my screen. So my first question to you. 1 second, beta. Let me see what question I can ask you. Okay, beta. What did he do when he saw the window shutters opened? And what kind of curtains were there?
There was enormous velvet curtains. He shut the curtains because he and put a put a arm put an armchair in front of it as he felt some anxiety over there, and after shutting the curtains he felt good and secured.
Okay, well done. So it was the enormous velvet curtain. So he just drew the curtains and he put an armchair in front of it so that not even a single ray of, light can enter into the room. Okay, well done. Next is Sia. Sia, unmute better.
Yes, ma'am.
So Sia, my question is that what kind of guesses he made that his friends might have planned for him? What kind of practical jokes, according to him, his friends might have planned?
He think that he I was going perhaps to receive a cold shower from over my head the moment I stretched myself out to find myself sinking under the floor
With my mattress,
with
that is
my
that
mattress.
is that is something you are reading from the book. I want you to tell me in your own language that what kind of practical jokes he thought that his friends might play with him in your own language. But you are telling it right, but I want you to tell me your own language in your language.
He thought that he would get a shower from overhead,
Hmm.
and he would when he slept over the bed he would
Fall down. Okay, he would
fall
fall
down
down with the mattress. Okay.
mattress.
That is better. Now better. Okay, fine, better. So he made some guesses. That first guess was that he was going to get a shower bath or receive a shower bath from overhead. And secondly, when he would sit on the bed, he would fall down with the mattress. Okay, these were the two guesses he made. Okay, the next one is Adnan. Adnan, unmute better.
Yes, ma'am.
Adnan, my question is finally what decision he took. Did he sleep on the bed or he did something else?
Ma'am, he decided to sleep on the floor, so sat. So he slowly put the bed sheet on the floor to be safe.
Okay, so he decided to sleep on the floor, safe side. He did not want to sleep on the bed, so he pulled the mattress and the bed sheet and he tried to sleep in the middle of the room, just in front of the entrance door. Okay, the door from where someone enters the room. Okay, so next one, I think so. There is nothing left. So I extinguished all the candles and groping my way. Okay, that we have done. So only one half page is left, beta. I think we should read it today, and if we'll get time, I'll explain you also this thing. So next one is who will read? I'm finding. Please raise your hand. Some different students also. These are the same students who daily raise their hand. So Nishtha, Saksham, Reman, Harshika, they always raise their hand. So different one. Okay, Suhani. Suhani will read today. Suhani, you have to read beta
Okay, ma'am. Good morning.
good morning beta till face.
Okay, ma'am.
Ninth line
For
beta
at
face.
least,
Yes.
okay, ma'am. For at least another hour, I remained awake. Starting at the slightest sound, everything seemed quiet. In the chateau, I fell asleep. I must have been in a deep sleep for a long time. But all of sudden, I was awakened with a start by the fall of a heavy body tumbling right on the top of my own body, and at the same time I received on my face, on my neck, and on my chest a burning liquid which made me utter a howl of pain, and a dreadful noise, as if a sideboard laden with plates and dishes had fallen down, penetrated my ears. I felt myself suffocating under the weight
that was crushing me and preventing me from moving. I stretched out my hand to find out what was the nature of this object. It I feel a face, a nose and whiskers. Then with all my strength I launched out a blow over his face, but I immediately received a hail of cuffings, which made me jump straight out of the soaked
Okay, that's
sheets
it.
and
Okay, that's it, beta. That's it. Till face.
came up.
Okay, now I'm going to explain you everyone. Let me start now. For at least another hour, I remained awake. So he could not sleep again. So for 1 hour, he was, he remained awake, starting at the slightest sound. Starting means even he was so nervous that even at the slightest sound, slightest means gentle or very weak sound, he used to sit on his mattress and he was so nervous right now. Okay, now everything seemed quiet in the chateau, so everything was now fine. Okay, there was no noise from any side. His friends were also not there. They have gone to sleep now. I fell asleep. I must have been in a very deep sleep for a long time. So for a long time he slept very nicely. He was having a sound sleep. Okay, but all of a sudden I was awakened with a start by the fall of a heavy body tumbling right on the top of my own body. So finally, he suddenly, he just woke up. Why? Because there was one heavy body. There was bit of complete darkness in the room. As you know that he drew curtains also. He put a chair in front of the curtain and he just blew out all the candles also. So there was no light at all. So he just woke up because one heavy body fell on his body. Tumbling means falling. So there was one body that fell upon the body of the narrator. And at the same time, I received on my face, on my neck, and on my chest a burning liquid. So there was one burning liquid also, okay, very hot liquid that fell upon his neck, okay, his chest, and on his face, which made me utter. Utter means to produce something from mouth, okay, when we say speak something or when we produce a sound. So he just produced a howl of pain. Howl of pain means cry of pain. So it was so hot and it was so hot, burning liquid that he cried a lot. Okay? The narrator started crying because it was so painful. And a dreadful noise. Dreadful means dangerous noise. So he just heard one dangerous noise as if. Now he's comparing just. He's thinking that जैसे एक मेरे साइड पे कितनी सारी plates गिर गई हैं मेरे कान के पास, so that kind of noise was there, that I felt that there were so many plates which fell down near my ear. Okay, penetrated means entered, so sound entered his ears. I felt myself suffocating. So he was suffocating. Suffocating means when you are not able to breathe properly. So there was one heavy body on his body and he could not breathe properly. Okay, and that was crushing me and preventing me from moving. So he's saying that the weight was too much that I could not even move. I was crushed. Okay, I stretched out my hand to find out what was the nature of the object. He just, checked with his hand that what is actually the body. Is it an animal? Is it a human being? Who's he? Okay. So with his hands, he just checked the object. Then he felt that there was one face, nose, and whiskers. Do you know the meaning of whiskers? Anyone? What is whisker? Ekansh. Ekansh, do you know the meaning of whisker, beta? Okay, Disha. Disha, do you know?
Ma'am, no.
Okay, Disha also doesn't know. Okay, let me make something and then you have to guess it. Okay, let me make something. Wait, wait. What is this, beta? This thing. You might have seen something on your father's face also. So who will tell me now? What do you mean
Ma'am,
by whiskers? Okay, Somil. Yes, beta. Somil, what is this?
ma'am, mooch.
Yes, mooch, okay. It's a part of the beard. Okay, nice. So whisker means, beta, uh,
Beard.
below the nose there are some hair on, especially on our father's face, especially they are the part of the beard that are called whiskers. Okay, mustache also, but here it's written whiskers. Actually, animals also have it. But a cat, especially has whiskers. So he just felt the face, nose, whiskers also. So he just imagined that it was just a human being that fell upon him. Okay. So where was I? Okay. So with all my strength, I launched out a blow over this face. So he said that I was so in pain that in anger I just gave him a blow. उसने उसको एक मुक्का जड़ दिया, ठीक है? So in the just darkness, he could not see anything, and in anger, what did he do? He launched out a blow over his face. Okay, the next one now, please raise your hand. The different students who never get turn, in my class. Harshika again. Okay. Let me give chance to Bhumika. Bhumika, please complete the chapter, beta. But I immediately.
But I immediately received a hail of confusing,
Cuffings.
confusing,
Cuffings, beta.
cussings, which made me jump straight out of the soaked sheets and
Rush.
rush in my
Yes.
night shirt into the corridor, the door of which I found open. Oh, stupor, stupor. It was broad daylight. The noise brought my friends hurrying
Into the
into the
apartment. Yes.
apartment, and we found
Sprawling.
spread over
My
improved my
improvised bread. Yes.
improvised bed. The this wide wallet.
This made valet. T is silent, beta. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. While
Bringing
who
me.
while bringing me my morning cup of tea had tripped over his obstacle in the
Obstacle.
middle
Yes.
obstacle in the middle of the floor and fallen on his stomach, splinking in spite of himself, my breakfast over my face. The precautions I had taken in closing the shutters and going to sleep in the middle of the room had only brought about the intrude, intrude,
Interlude. Yes.
interlude I had been striving to avoid. How they all laughed that
Okay.
day.
So, beta, actually, the story is that he took so many precautions because he was doubtful that his friends have planned something. But actually, what was there this time? Fortunately, luckily, his friends, did not plan anything. So, you have one friend, okay, he always plays a joke on you. You always feel that this time also he has played something. But fortunately, luckily, this time his friends did not think of a plan. But the narrator, he was so doubtful, he was so suspicious that he checked all the things. He slept in the middle of the room. But what happened? He made a joke of himself. when the servant, okay, in the hotel or in the, sorry, house, beta chateau, he opened the door in the morning. He did not, feel that he might be, sleeping in the middle of the room. He thought that he might be sleeping on the bed, and there was complete darkness in the room. When he opened the room, he just, fell upon the narrator, okay, and the he was having tea and breakfast for him, and what happened, that tea and breakfast that fell upon the face and the neck and the chest of the narrator. Okay, so just because of narrator, due to his, foolishness, what happened, he just, he just made himself a joke. So he just ran out in his night suit only, and he was just, shouting, and his all friends came, and what happened in the last, they all laughed at him so loudly, and they laughed at him madly, because this time they did not plan anything for him, but he just made a joke of himself. Okay, just by sleeping in the middle of the room, he created such a mess that when the servant entered the room, he just fell upon him, and he just, threw all the breakfast, the tea, coffee, whatever was there, on his face, on his chest. So कई बारी क्या होता है बेटा, हम जब ओवर केयरफुल हो जाते हैं ना, तब वो that, creates problem for us. Yes, we should remain careful, but always to be so doubtful, that makes a problem for us, that creates a problem for us. So here the narrator has played a prank on himself indirectly. Okay, so, but I immediately received a hail of coughing. So, when he launched a blow over his face, what did the servant do? He also, gave back him some blows. Not servants, like servants in India, when we, if we give him a slap, he just sits down. No, no. But there, what happened? He also gave him a blow. उसने उसको ब्लो दिया, उसने भी उसको वापस दे दिया. ठीक है. So the narrator, he just ran outside, okay, in his night shirt, and he just, oh, stupor, the meaning is written but already, state of being unconscious. So he was kind of unconscious. Okay, he was not conscious at all. Okay, and then his friends were also looking at him, and they sprawled means lying full length, and they just went to his room, and they saw the improvised bed. Improvised means the new bed he made at night. They all watched that bed, and they all laughed loudly on him. Okay, so all the precautions he had taken, they were of no use, and he finally, made a prank of himself. So this was the